Hello, welcome back to Good Reads with John. Today, we'll be reading more chapters of Super Smash Bros. Mishonh from God by Princess America. Let's just jump right in, shall we? Chapter 3 He Finale Smash. Sara's first summary. Sara's first battle of her Smash career with an unexpected twist. That's a long notes page, so I'll leave it for you to read in the comments or description or wherever I post it. Chapter 3 He Finale Smash. The next day, I was in my first Mac of my career. It was me and Zelda fitting Bowser and Falcor. We were the Rad Tem because we were conservatives, and they wear the Blue Tem because they were liberals. I was wearing a pretty red dress that everyone expected liberals complimented me on. Boozer kept breathing furs at us and Falco shat Lazors form his gum. Zelda turned Dintu Sheik to throw needs at Boozer and hit him with a Chan. Son, Bowser was defet. 10 Falcor get Smash Bell and summon a Jan tank called Lenmester and chat Gelda so she flied off in Lucid. I thought I was domed, but then I heard God's voice. Sara, remember the powers I give you at Sakul. I used one of the powers that God gave me, and I insanely had my final smash. I activated it, and it cussed me to turn into an angle. I used my Holly powers to stroke down the Lenmaster and defeat Falco. This game's winner, Red Tema, the narrator said. When I laughed the fit, Mart was waiting for me. OMG, that was Amazon. I never see someone use a finale smash without a smash ball before, he said. It's because of the powers God gave me. Cool. Now me and my dad are fitting Samas and Wario. Great, I'll whack, I said. So, the next fit began, and Martha and Snake are the red team, and Samas and Warrope were the blue team. Samas saw I was washing, so she tried to deduce me with her Lucius lips and huge beasts, but I was straight, so it didn't work, and Mark hit her with his sword, while she was distracted, and his dad threw grenades at her. She got blowed up and lots of stack. Samas, get your hat in the game. President Barack Obama want kill all Christians, Wario said. Right, Samas said. She attacked Marth and Snack. Son, everybody only had on stack left. Wart ran toward Snack and hit him with a motorcycle. He flowed off and exploded. Father, no, Matt said. He ran at Wario with his sword. Ate him, Samasa said. I can't. I'm a liberal Vogon now, so I can only eat Vegetas, Wario said. So Wario was lose. It was on and on between Samus and Marth. Give it up, Samas. You know Ribbles can't win. Never. By the power of Lord Santa, I shall banish you to Subspace World. Then a porthole opened and sucked Marth into Subspace. The fight was over. The liberals had won. What did you do to my son? Snake said, and when the match was over and Marth didn't come back. I'll never tell, Samas said. She blowed me a kiss, which I dogged, and waked away. I was worried when Marth didn't come back. He still wasn't back for tea party relay, so I went with Claude Strafe instead. When I went to sleep, at night I prayed for Marth. Then I lacked the widows and doors so Samas couldn't rap me while I sleeped. That night I had horrible nightmares that math was farce to have gay sex with Satin and Baruch obey me. It was the scurriest thing ever. Chapter 4 The Search for Matter. Summary. Sara goes to Subspace to find Mater. The next day, all of the Christians in the mansion were looking for Mirth. He was still not back from where Samus put him. I prayed and I prayed that we would found him, but he was nowhere near the mansion. I know I had to confront Samas about where Marth was, but I know she would try to rap me again if I came along, so I bring Claude and Sonek and Mario with me. Samas was in bed with four women, and they were kissing and doing it to each other. Disgusting, Mario vomited. Stop it, Samas, Sonek said. Girls shouldn't do that to other girls, Claude said. Sara, You must join us and be gay, Samas and the other lesbams said. No, I'm to trillion% straight, I shouted. Okay, well, gag wrap you into being gay. Samas and the other lesbians go out of bed. Claude pulled out his gignosaur and smucked a lesbian with it. She flied out the window. Then Mario shot for balls at another lesbian and she burst into flame. Then they so rolled into a bill to defete another one, and I used my unbettable martial arts on the utter one. Samas was by herself. Tell us where Mart is, I smacked her. No, Samas said. I started stroking her with lightning from my fingers, like in Stair Wars, because one of the powers God gave me was Tobieti with the fork. Tell us now. Nikar, Samas said. Stop, Sara. You're too powerful. If you kept attacking Samas, she'll die, and we'll never found fond math. Sonek said. I knew he had a pent, so I stopped using some lightning on Samas. We had to find someone eels who can find math. I prayed that God would show me where Mart was. Sara, Mark is in subspace, I heard God say. Thanks, God, I sat back. Where is Marth? Mario said. He's in subspace, I said. Oh no, how did you know? Samas said. Claude hit her with his sword to knock her unconscious. Not subspace, that place is terrifying, Claude said. But we have till Marth is in trouble, I said. Well, Ned, more people Snoop would want to come to save his son, and Lonk and Ick are Mart's best pals. Zolta and Pet should come, and also Kirby, and my bro Luigi and Pete, cause he's an angel, Morrow said. So we got everybody and go to Subspace to find Marth. In Subspace, we are insanely attacked by Subspace stuff, but we beat them. Then we find Mater Hand and Crazy Hands. What are you dong here? Mr. Hands said. We've come to find Marth, I said. No, Sara, you will die, Crazy Ham said. He tried to pinch me, but I pulled out my dad's shit gun. It's one of my special moves. Know that I'm a smasher. And shot him until he died. Then I did the same to Master Hemp. Well done, but Martha's still mine. Tatu, the leader of Subspace, came. I'll kill you, I said. I tried to shat him, but he took my gum away before I cold. Ha! You should know I'm liberal, so I always take gins away, he said. I was right, I should have known that. I tried my lightning, but bloked it. Then I tried all my other addicts. Who are you dong this? I asked. My powers come from God. Yes, well, mine come from Satine. But Santana is weaker than God. Yes, but I'm Alos the Antichrist. But how are you really? I said. So Taboo roped off his mask revealed that he was a black guy, but he was wearing a suit, not game clothes, so I knew he could only be President Barack Obama. Ooh, I'm on the edge of my seat. Chapter 5. Sara versus Obama. Obaba, I apologize. Summary. Sara falls to Sav Marp because he's not a Mariso. That's another long notes page, but I'll leave it for you to read. Chow 5. Sara versus Obaba. I stood in front of Ibama, ready to fate. He kept taking about how he was the greatest evil to ever live and how good he would give my soul to Satan. I knew I could bet him in my current state, so I activated my Phenol Smash. Impassable! No one can use their Phenol Smash without Smash Bell, Brack Osama said. Now I was more powerful than him, and I quackly wan. Ha! You're already too late, he laughed evilly and flied away. I hided Mart somewhere in the great maze, though. I'm too late, what does that mean? I said. I don't know, let's find math, Kink said. So you all went into the maze to find work. We searched all over and fought bats against bad people there, but Mark was nowhere to be found. We were about to give up when we heard the sound of a musial coming from one of the doors we weren't in yet. We opened the door and saw that Marth was instead with Captain Futon and a bunch of other otter gaze guys. He was dressed like a drag queen. He saw us and skeeped over. You dad, those are last month's shoes, he said to Snack. Snack was wearing the last month's shoes, but Mark shouldn't know that. He also talked with a high-pitched voice with a lisp instead of his normal deep manly voice. Captain Facken skipped up toe. This is me boyfriend, Captain Facon. Mark said. Then I realized what happened. Marth was turned gay. No, not my son, Snarf said. Now we're going rape you and make y'all gay to silly, Captain Vulcan said. Ten Mark and Captain Favan and all the otter gays in the room skeeved at us. I knew they couldn't make me gay because only getting reped by lesbians turns girls gays, but it was still scurry. Snail got on his rocket launcher and shot rockets at the gays and blowed a bunch of them up, but there were too many. Claude used a llama break to get rid more gays. Zelda shot furballs and used the Dimon shell thin before turning into Shaq and using kung fu ninja stuff. Link throwed his boomerang, and Irk used his sword to hold back the gays. Mario and Luigi jammed on the guys' heads to kill them. Peach throwed turn-depths, and Kirby hit him with his Hummer. Sonic used Super Spedball on them, and since Pet is Angle, he sent gays directly to hell using Power of God. Despite all there were too many gays in the room, so we had to retreat. Everybody ran out the door except Soldy's Snack. Come on, Snake! I shouted. No, y'all leave. I'll hill them off. They already got a son. I have nothing to live for. Snack fired roquettes into the gays, like a made man will ever else ran out of the Great Max. Soon more gays and lesbians and utter ripples started pouring out of other doors. We were trapped. Oh no, I said. I thought I would be wrapped, but and turned into lesbian. Then I'd have to kiss girls and stop wearing makeup and start wearing flannel. And I'd only shop at Hom's Depot instead of Good Storks. But then Mr. Hen and Crazy Hen flied out of the sky. Hurry! We'll carry you to safe, Master Ham said. I knew that God sent them to save us from the gay liberal soul. They'd take us back to the mansion. I was going to find Semmas and beat her up for sending Mark to Subspace where he turned gay, but she wasn't in the mansion. She was shopping at Helm's Deep because she's a lesbian. Since Mark was gay too, I know went on the date with Leek instead. We eat at Chick-fil-A. Ha! Take that, gays. And then we saw a movie. And that was an emotional roller coaster. Final chapter for this recording. Chapter 6 The Consort. Summary Master Hand thrusts a consort and Sara has to fall Samus evil plane. The next day, all the conservators were sad that March and Snack were gay rib rolls now. Snack evan-changed his name from Solid Smock to Solendra Snafe. Master Hand saw this and he scheduled a hung consort for us. He called lots of really great people like Bard Palsy and Tobe Ketters and Care Underwood and Hunk William Jr. and Todd Nougat and Justine Bieber and On Direction and a bunch of other people. And best of all, he got Taylor Swift to come. Taylor Swift is my favorite music person and I really lick her a lot, but not in that way because I'm not lesbian, just as friend. I were going to my best red dress for the concert. I had my hair done up nice and put on some Reed lipstick and some Elinaire and some eyeshadow. Then I put on my best high heels. I waked through the door of the mansion, but then I saw Samus, but Lynn was there to protect me so she didn't wrap me. She walked the otter way, but draped a notebook. I piced it up and read the cover. It said, Secret plane to make Taylor Swift my lesbian lover. That frightened me a lot because Taylor Swift is my favorite musician, and she was turned to lesbian, then she write tons of secret backwards messages that turn people gay. My parents said that heavy metal music already does something like this to turn people into stanists. I read the plane and I knew how to stop it, so I called Taylor Swift because I have her private number. Hi, Sarah, she said. I'm looking forward to seeing you at my consort. Samas is gonna rape you and turn you into lesbian! I screamed into the phone. Oh no, she said. I need more booty guards. So she hanged up so she could hear some boy guards. Later, I went to consort with Link and listened to the muzak. I saw that Tyler Swift had more bodyguards now, including Bradley from Samus game. She was the head lane of the consort, so she was on last. She was the model of singing Love Story, mine and Lauren's favorite of her songs. We listened to it together all the time. I'll now find a guy to listen to it someday. Romeo, save me. I've been feeling so alone. I keep waiting for you, but you never come. Is this in my head? I don't know what to think. He knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring and said, Taylor Swift sang, Suddenly, Samas stood up. I'm gonna rap you, Taylor Swift! She began ranting onto the stage. Lots of bodyguards tried to stop her, but a bunch of gays, including Mart and Snick and Cape and Fakin, turned them to gay. Lucky, Rudley told Sly, so he grabbed Taylor Swift and carried her out of Samas's clutches. When Samas got to the stag, Tad Nugget grabbed his assault rifle and shot her a billion times. Wheelay, she was distracted by that. Tobe Keith sneaked up behind her and shaved a boat up her ass. Sorry for swearing. I played for forgiveness from God for typing like that. Like in my favorite sing of his. Then other musicians ran over and beat Semes with their instruments until she was unconscious. And the polite came and throwed her into prison. Unfortunately, they took her to women's prison so she couldn't be raped because she's already a lesbian. Once all the gays were scarred off, Ridley came back with Taylor Swift and she finished her consort. After it was done, all the musicians gave autographs to other smashers. Taylor Swift gave me the biggest, best autograph of all time because I warned her about Samas. You're my best friend, Taylor Swift said. Of course, Lauren is my BFF, but I didn't want to hurt Taylor's feelings by telling her that. When the concert was over and the musicians left, I laughed. I went on to another date with Link. Man, Sarah just has so many hijinks. I wonder what'll happen next. I hope Marth gets saved. But thank you for reading this with me tonight. Please look forward to the next part and make sure not to send any uh, rude messages to the creator of this story. I'm very much enjoying it, unironically. It's quite funny. So please don't do that. I hope I see you another day.